This has already been a very good year for you. If you will, you could describe it as an annus mirabilis.
Well.
And I'm referring to the Barbican show,
Yeah.
which was, I guess, a celebration of a career in progress. Are you going to do more of them? Is it possible to do any more of them?
I'd like to do more of them. The thing that's prohibitive is the cost. Once you start, I mean, there was about 25 people on stage, and once you start getting the orchestral people involved, they're super expensive. 20 years ago, it would have been a doddle because there was so much money in the music industry.
A lot of things were a doddle 20 years ago, weren't they? Let's face it.
Like bending down.
You were playing beta band songs, King Biscuit time, Steve Mason solo stuff. Say with the beta band songs, there were live singers doing the backing vocals to what I think were samples in the first place of beta band songs, which was a total first.
Yeah, I mean, the beta band songs, you either have a sampler or you have a 20-piece orchestra.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You know, I think people really like it when artists acknowledge their back catalogue that the fans really like. I think they like to know that you're not just ignoring it and that you're proud of it and that you feel, you know, and I definitely feel that about the band, you know. It was a lot of work, you know, it was 3 months work, and we had to do a full run through. Then there was an hour gap, and then the gig. It was an amazing experience. I would love to do it again, definitely.
So you're sporting the Stone Roses at Hampden. Did that come about because obviously they like your music, but I know you kind of know Manny a bit as well and have done for quite a few years. What was the kind of workings behind that?
It's always awkward asking friends, you know, because it's a good slot to get. So I just said to them, look, you know, I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but I just throw my hat into the ring and say, if you carry on doing these things and you're looking for another support, if you run out of ideas or whatever, then I really want to do it. And you know, he'd already in his head was wanting it to happen anyway. So it's just convincing the other three. So done.
Is it true that you once worked in a comic book shop in Camden? And the guy the manager or something, played a lot of Lee Hazelwood?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Because I was reading an interview and you said, I kind of got to love Lee Hazelwood and I still love him now. Is it still someone who you would play?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I actually bought my girlfriend some Lee Hazelwood stuff for Christmas. Whenever I hear it, I always think it's like the darkest cowboy stories. It's like country and western, but gothic.
It's a cold, hard world, love. These are cold, hard times. These are cold, hard times.
Lee Hazelwood he's kind of in that bracket of great songwriters, singers who aren't probably, or their best work isn't well known. Gene Clark is another.
Yeah, well, that's who Manny named one of his boys after, Gene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For me, Serge Gainsbourg is a genius and misunderstood in this country. Gene Clark, Lee Hazelwood. Who are the other people that maybe you would say, you have to listen to this person?
I'd give you two. One is Paris, who was putting out his best stuff between about sort of 88 and 92 or something like that.
And with the master plan, I got you. So know who's opposed to the dominant dark skin. Food for thought is a law for the brother man.
And another one would be, I think they only did one album, but a hip hop group called Son of Berserk, who put an album out called Berserk, Berserk, Berserk. That's really great as well.
Money I spend, berserk in effect to give respect. The band, you get swivvy on the wheel.
A lot of it comes down to in certain genres, especially in punk and post-punk. There's maybe just one record. And, somebody came along and made one incredible record and then disappeared. You know, it's things like that that I really like.
Welcome to La La Land.
The city streets are paved with all I love to like. I blew right in to make the wrongs that I did right. This town will love me through the day, through the night.
I did that in my bedroom in Duneno in a cottage. Like if I was the whole time we had that orchestra for the Barbican, I was thinking if I'd have had these guys for that, if I'd had Jack Nietzsche's studio and all the musicians that he had at his disposal, you know, it would have been absolutely biblical. I've always wanted to try a bit of acting, always.
You were in Chalk and Cheese with Manny.
Manny's finest moment when he goes, chalk and cheese, you pair of twats.
Now, Chalk and Cheese was kind of like, it was like a trailer film.
It was a
like
sort of
detective.
for a cop show that never got made. Yeah, 2 cops in Manchester. I think it was John Chalk and Trevor Cheese. I think. I can't remember which one I was, but I was the straight one, and then another guy, Andy, was the sort of the one shagging the hookers and doing all the drugs and all that, and then Manny was like running a like a scrapyard, wasn't he?
You're going in undercover with cheese.
Fucking chalk and cheese! I don't trust.
Cheese and cheese.
Let's not forget that
away.
you also were appearing in comedy shows. You were in the Adam and Joe show.
That's true, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Steve, Richard from Beta Band, thanks very much for joining us, you guys. Now, you opened for Final Demand about a week ago at the Shouty Box. Was that a weird experience with them being so kind of into prescriptive formlessness and you guys being very anti-preconceived notions of nebulousness and nebulosity? Nebulism, whatever.
He told us off because we were trying to be funny, but he said that we had to be the straight men in order for the thing to work.
You are writing a new album just now, aren't you? Mm-hmm. And will it be out this year or next year? When?
Next year.
Okay. I've been talking to Steve Mason at the Seaside. If at any point during this interview you see us walking up and down in a kind of arty way beside the sea, just go with it.
I think we should err on the side of romance, like hint at a romance.